Yo, it's me, it's the SEOTT, and I'm gonna finish this Tremors franchise with... That's right, I don't have it up there. Okay. Tremors, A Cold Day in Hell, and... I don't get it. I don't get the hate for this movie. I thought it was just as good as the last one. Thought it was pretty good. Before I start my review, something was brought to my attention. Well, but it's a bit of an announcement. Well, you know what? I'm not gonna... Actually, I'm gonna wait till my actual video I do, but I'm gonna do a video. It's a top 10 that no one does in a while. So, yeah, just have a video coming out maybe tonight if I find time. Still have to do those Batman episodes yet. I'd have to do 3 tomorrow. But then I got shows on tonight, and I'm doing this review, and depends on how much time I have tonight. It depends on if I want to do the 2 Batmans, or get this one out. With something that's happened today, and this top 10 list kind of came to my mind here, so. I don't know. So, anyways, my review. Tremors, A Cold Day in Hell. Like I said, I don't get the hate for this movie. I actually think it was pretty good. And there's only maybe a couple things I didn't really like about it, but I haven't hated any of the Tremors movies. Like, I don't really care for Tremors 4, but I don't hate it. It just seems to retroactively get rid of a lot of things that we've established. So here we have graboids in the Arctic. In Canada, eh? Even though they still filmed in South Africa. So that was one thing I was kind of... They still filmed in South Africa, yet it's Canada, eh? And there's still sand around. And they, they make use of the environmental mess. It's like, oh, it's melted down. And so that's why there's sand and stuff everywhere. And apart from the beginning, we don't really get to see the graboid in the snow, except for the beginning of this. We start off with Bert, still living in perfection. He's managing the Chang store. It's mentioned that Jody is now a lawyer. Jody Chang is now a lawyer, and that's why he runs the store. Travis shows up. Apparently he left to perform some filming duties, and now he's back. And Bert is being taken... the tax man has come and is going to repossess all his property. Even though he's built most of his property. I see Chang's maybe, but his house, wherever he lives, he built that. So I don't understand how they can take something he built, but I pay my taxes, so I'm not going to worry about it. Not that they can take my apartment away from me and kick me out, but they can't physically take property. I don't know. Maybe if the people who own the land don't pay the taxes, but anyway, so Bert is called to the Arctic to take out graboids, which he at first refuses because graboids apparently can't exist in the Arctic. I guess I just don't remember hearing specifically that. Oh, I'm just seeing a light from the bed. Or a shine from the bed. It's like there was a red line on my fan knob. I have a ceiling fan. No, it was just, I have a red bed sheet, so it's shining up. Anyway, so he goes to the Arctic, and right away they're attacked by an ass blaster while they're flying, and they're forced to land. They meet whatever Rhonda was in the first one. She's working there, and she basically Travis's. If I should let you know that Burt Gummer, of course, is played by Michael Gross, and Jamie Kennedy is of course back as Travis, and this lady Seismologist, whatever she's called, is Travis's love interest, and I kind of play it like Val and Rhonda from the first one. And they kind of have callbacks to the first film, including a character named Valerie McKee, who is Val and Rhonda's daughter. And apparently Val wasn't the best father. Which, I don't know. It seemed like they were doing fine till this one. But you never know. Anyway, so they're there to take down the Graboids and the Earthbuster. And then we're shown early in the film that something is wrong with Bert. They find out that apparently Bert was infected with Graboid venom when he was swallowed by a Graboid. And they say it's a slow-acting venom. Must be very, very, very slow-acting venom because he was swallowed by the Graboid in 2001, and this movie takes place in 2018. But yeah, he's now experiencing the effects of it. Now, I've been watching other reviews of this, and they say that apparently every time they get splashed with Graboid goo, that's the venom. I don't think so. I think most of it is like inside stomach acid, spit and stuff like that. Like, there's a scene where they have a Graboid captured, the mouth opens and it spits out stuff. That's spit. It's not venom. The venom's in a little sack in his throat. And at least I assume it's venom. It's spit and stuff and goo stuff. I don't know. But when Bert first gets there, he notices that DARPA is around. He's told that DARPA is around. And he starts to believe that they're weaponizing the Graboids, which, unfortunately for Bert, they're not. They're actually doing experiments on the water there. And, so his theory, that he confronts them about it. And inadvertently gives them the idea to do it. And when they introduced this guy, what's his name? Futz, whatever his name is. Futz, I think. And I was like, really? They're going to do an evil? We don't need a human antagonist. Yes, I understand we've had a human antagonist since the third film, not counting the prequel, because that took place before everything. We've had the government and Melvin. We've had that one dude from the last one. But they're antagonists. They're not, But luckily this guy's still just a side antagonist. He's not the real. The Graboids need to be the villains. Okay? Otherwise we're getting different territory. But yeah. So, like I said, there's callbacks. Like, there's a point where Travis has a hold of his anthropologist lady, or whatever she is. And the Graboid grabbed her pants, and he's saying, take off your pants. Like, call back to Rhonda in the first one. She goes, 100% no. Come on, take off your pants. I can't. You have to take off your pants. I can't. Why? Because I'm not wearing underwear. Who the fuck cares? At this point in time, if you do not take off your pants, they will get you. But it's shot with a gun, so she doesn't have to take her pants off. So this movie's PG-13. So we can't show nudity. We can't show a woman's bare ass, but it's good we see. But it's okay for later in the film to see Bert's ass. Yeah, there's. Because I'm like, oh, okay, it's PG-13, they can't show nudity. And then we see Bert's bare ass later in the film. I'm serious. That's why his name is Michael Gross. Anyway, they do a joke. Like, okay, so let's just keep going with this. So, yeah, they have to capture the Graboid, but Bert just wants to kill them all. But they have to capture it. And he says, I don't care. I'm going to die. I'm going to die on my own terms. So he's going to go out. He doesn't care if this venom kills him. As long as there's no Graboids left, he'll be fine with it. But Travis is his son. And he's, he knows Bert's set in his way. So he's going to go and he's going to do it himself. Bert is taken out at one point in this film. And, Michael Gross is in the 70s. So I don't blame him for taking him out for a little bit. He's in a hospital bed. There's a point, though, where they're being attacked, and they're like out of ammo and stuff, and Bert shows up, and he shoots the graboid, so they're able to escape. And yeah, and then we see his bare ass, and he faints again, and they put him in a hospital bed, and Bert just will not stay. It goes so far as to Travis to, and this happens before this, I think, but Travis is forced to leave a gun with him. He's like, "Don't leave me unarmed," and that's when he, So Travis suits up, he puts Bert's hat on, and he's ready to go. And some people have pointed this out as, no, we don't want anyone taking over for Bert. No, it's Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of Crystal Skull all over again. And they do a thing. He puts the hat on, and he's ready to go. And then at the end, he kind of puts out, he wants his hat and his glasses back. Not to spoil the ending, but yeah. But you know what? Like I said, Michael Gross is in his 70s. I actually like Jamie Kennedy. There are people that down on Jamie Kennedy. Like, the only thing good he did was the Scream movies. No, I've seen him. He's actually really good. I think he's a really good actor. I haven't seen some of his. There are a couple of things like I think Kicking Old School was all right. I haven't seen Malibu's Most Wanted. Don't have any, need to. But I think Kicking Old School was all right. I used to love watching his show, The Jamie Kennedy Experiment. Loved that show. And he was good in the 2 Scream movies. I think he would be alright. It would be alright if he took over for Bert. Bert was already in his 40s when he started at the beginning of the series, so why not have another 40-year-old take over and continue? Because what's going to happen if Michael Gross dies? They're not going to make any more because people say it has to be Bert. It's gone so far that the next film in the franchise doesn't even have Travis in it. Yeah, there's another one coming out. Tremors, Island Fury. Comes out later this year, I think. I don't know if they're filming before stuff happened or not. But Michael Gross is in it. Jamie Kennedy is not. He's been replaced with John Heder, I think. And it's a different character. Thank God they didn't recast Travis. But it's like, to this point, I mean, it kind of makes sense with the Tremors series because there was no 2 characters that stayed in the movie for longer than 2 movies. Earl was only in the first 2, right? And this is Michael Gross the entire time. So Travis is only in the first 2. They can write him off, say, "Oh, he's busy filming something," but don't take him completely out. Have him come back at some point in another film. Because at this point, if you keep it with Michael Gross and he dies, what are you going to do? Right? I understand, just not make any more then. But this franchise is a moneymaker, man. It's so prominent that they tried to make another TV series. And Sci-Fi didn't pick it up, I guess. I don't know why. I suppose you could try to get the other actors back. Kevin Bacon's the only viable one because I think Fred Ward is just as old as Michael Gross. I would love to see a movie where you bring back Val and Grady. I know, but think about it. You could do it like this. I know I'm kind of in another review, but you could do it like this. Bert dies. So the funeral happens, and you have Fred Ward come back to reprise his role. You have, various characters. You have Jamie Kennedy. You have Burt Ward, or Fred Ward. You have Christopher Gardens. Gardens. You have Kevin Bacon show up. And you just, it's his funeral, and it would be funny if they were at his funeral, and there's a video. Like, you could, if his health started to deteriorate, if Michael Gross's health started to deteriorate, and you want to do another film, film a little video of him, put up lines that Bert would say, and end with, "And for God's sakes, don't bury me in the ground. Graboids ain't get me in life, they ain't gonna get me in death." Sounds like a Bert thing to say, right? So yeah, just and even if you didn't, I think I still say Jamie Kennedy should be the one to replace him. If that's what they were leaning for. Maybe that's what they were setting up here. Like, maybe if Michael Gross didn't want to do another one, they could have Jimmy Kennedy do it. And then the fan backlash was so bad that Jimmy Kennedy said, "Fuck it, I'm not coming back." I like Jimmy Kennedy. I think he did a good job with these two movies. So they capture the Graboid, they get the Venom, and they cure Bert. They do a fake out where they say it didn't work, so where it looks like it didn't work. So Travis gets angry and he uses his gun, and he thrashes some hospital supplies, and they do a real close up of him, and then you hear from behind, "That's no way to treat whatever the gun is." And he smiles and he turns around and then he looks at him, and he gives him the gun, and Bert goes, "Shh," and then points to the hat, gives him the hat, gives him the glasses. Yeah, and then Futz shows back up with DARPA and says, weaponizing the Graboids, not a bad idea. So Bert kills the Graboid. There's this guy that we explained loves little model planes, and so comes a model plane, blow up the Graboid, and yep, Graboid's dead. And then there's this thing where Travis goes to say goodbye to his girlfriend or whatever, kiss her on the cheek, and they're arguing back and forth. "Oh, that's no way." And you can tell that she can hear them because she turns around and she looks at him. So when Travis looks around, she starts walking to him, and they do another kiss, and he goes, "Not bad. Not a 44 Magnum, more like a 375 or 374, whatever it's called." But yeah, this wasn't bad. There was a joke that I didn't get, and that's Bert's hat. It's the same. Like, you switch teams? No, just hats. He's always had the Cubs on his hat. So why did they ask him if he switched teams? Because they do it again. He's like, "Oh, you switched teams." No, just hats. I didn't get it the first time. Why would I get it the second time? What does that mean? It's the Cubs. It's always been the Cubs on his hat. Why does it... If you guys catch it and I didn't, let me know, but I don't get it. It's like Peanut says, "No." What's the joke? It's the same team, different hat. So I don't get why they say it. Why they're asking him if he switched teams. They're trying to ask if he is gay. I mean, Bert hasn't been with a woman since the first film, but still, I just don't get it. But other than that, not a bad movie at all. I went into this thinking it was going to be the worst thing, because people keep bashing it and saying this sucks. No, it's actually a pretty good movie. I like it just about as much as the last one, which is going to mess up the rankings. So, yeah, rankings will be tomorrow. Because like I said, I'm taking a break. I'm going to watch my shows tonight. And I'm going to do video after that. I think I'm just going to do... Because I don't have to do three Batmans tomorrow. If that's the case. Although I could do those right first thing in the morning, actually. So yeah, maybe you'll get 3 Batmans tomorrow, because yesterday, like I said, I was busy at company, finally got to hang out with a friend of mine, and then today I want to finish this. Oh, a rating. Duh. What are your last one? 7? Give it a 7. It's about as good as the last one. Yeah, okay, so I know I have my Pick 10 action to do, and I should probably do those next, but I decided I want to do another franchise, but not a big one, because I just did 2 franchises in a row, and then I thought, I should start the Alien vs. Predator stuff next. I don't want to do another big franchise. There was 2 big franchises that I did. Well, Hellraiser was longer, but... So I decided to do a nice little 3-part franchise trilogy here with the Butterfly Effect trilogy. And yeah, I will be, for the first one, I will be reviewing the theatrical cut. Director's cut is shit. That ending sucks balls. I will talk about it, but I will not be watching that version. I'm sorry, but no. So, what are your thoughts on Tremors: A Cold Day in Hell? Do you hate it? Do you see that it's the worst in the franchise? I don't think it is. Let me know in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I've been Scotty. We'll see you in the next one.